welcome to the 80s, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally 80s song ever to blare from the muddy speakers of a Boardman, Ohio Pizza Hut jukebox. In Cleveland, I'm Keith Marsteller, and joining me, he's back in Seattle, folks. It's the creator of the 80s. He's my longtime friend, hetero life mate, and he's my co-host. And there he is in all his glory. It is Joe Walk, everybody. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith. Sorry. So this bit is going to be unscripted, and it's not just that. It's not like, oh, I was in a rush and didn't have time to do something. I wanted to do this opening bit here, and it's a trivia question. I'm going to see if you know the answer.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay. Of our two songs tonight, which one was referenced by a character on Cheers? And if you remember that, which character was it?
Cheers references one of these songs.
That's right.
Well, I don't know. Nothing comes immediately to mind, so I'll say...
Hang on. Before you make a guess, let's go ahead and talk through this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style.
All right, sure.
Okay, let's hear your thoughts.
Well, I happen to know that they both came out in the same week in 1986, so there's no this one was way earlier, so there's more of a chance that they knew it.
Right.
I happen to know that the Walk Like an Egyptian was slightly more popular.
Okay.
So I guess that one may have been more in the public kind of zeitgeist, so I guess I would guess that one. Also, it's kind of a funnier title, maybe?
Final answer.
I would say Walk Like an Egyptian, and then if I had to guess a character, I would guess Cliff Clavin because, he liked to know it all, maybe. So I really have no idea, though. I have no recollection of this.
Keith, I'm sorry, you're incorrect. The answer is Everybody Have Fun Tonight. The episode was Frasier's bachelor party.
Okay.
And in preparation for going out, Frasier, at his deadpanest, said that he hoped that everyone would have fun tonight and that everyone would Wang Chung tonight.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good Kelsey Grammer moment, and there you have it.
I wish I had, I guess if I had pulled the sound for that to play it here, I would have known the answer, though.
Yeah, no, that would have ruined it right there.
Yeah, wow, I guess...
Because, again, this bit... Unscripted, folks.
It's unscripted, everyone.
Unscripted.
I didn't know the answer to that at all. No clue whatsoever. Had no recollection of that. I don't even remember an episode about a bachelor party for him, actually. But
it was when he and Lilith got married.
It sounds like, the world's tamest bachelor party. Maybe something along the lines of how mine went. Because I'm a non-drinker, non-gambler, non-strip club guy, So, yeah, mine was a baseball game, and then baseball went on strike in 1994, and so that got canceled, and so, yeah. Oh, man. Anyway, I still had fun that night.
Yeah, of course.
But it's a different kind of fun than the usual bachelor party hijinks.
Agreed. This was not a Tom Hanksian romp.
No, it was definitely not. It was nothing like that film for sure. No donkeys involved. No Adrian Zmed was there.
No Adrian Zmed.
No, none. I mean, Chad was the closest thing I had to Adrian Zmed.
Chad he's got a touch of the Zmed.
He's got a Zmed-like quality to him. I'll give him
Zmed-ish.
that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, Joe, it was great to see you this week. Unfortunate circumstances for your visit, but we did an episode, and now we're going to do one more to close out. It was glorious. Yeah, it was pretty good. We're going to close out the week by doing one more here tonight, and then we'll try to resume normal operations next week, I guess. And,
that sounds right.
And hopefully that gave people a chance to catch up on finishing out the movies region, and...
Speaking of which, I think this is a good time to just take a moment to remind people that unlike Side A, in Side B, our polls are not closing.
That's true. They're staying open until the moment we need results.
That's it. So if you are coming to the show late, if a friend turned you onto this podcast, or if someone passed out outside your apartment and they were playing this on their computer speakers and you couldn't stop hearing it, but now you're intrigued.
Now you want to know what's happening. Yeah.
Right. Now you can still have a voice. You can still hop on to our Substack page and you can still vote.
That's right. It's unlimited, and that'll be kind of unfair. Like, the movie region will get a lot more time to vote on than the foreigners region late.
Yeah.
Will.
So our Peter Gabriel fans out there,
yeah,
still have a chance to go and save In Your Eyes.
Oh, do we have is it time for a live look-in, Joe? Do you have some results to share in a live look-in for us?
You know what? I can absolutely do that.
Because we did a live look-in on the first 4 matchups, but
that's true.
The most recent 4 we haven't looked in on, if you've got that data.
Let's do that then. So let's go back to Season 2, Episode 7.
Yeah.
Which was El DeBarge going up against Billy Ocean. And currently, El DeBarge is ahead 61% to 39%.
Oh, wow.
Who's Johnny taking on When the Going Gets Tough?
Okay. Those numbers can still be moved, obviously.
They still can.
Yeah.
And then in Season 2, Episode 8, our Top Gun episode, this one does not look close at all. Number 3, Take My Breath Away, is demolishing Kenny Loggins, who is residing in the danger zone. He is in danger of moving on no further.
Yeah. Wow.
And then in our Lost Boys episode 9, we had Tim Capello's I Still Believe going up against Gerald the Man McMahon with Cry Little Sister. And currently the greased up saxophone player is beating the shit out of the little goth guy.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, 76 to 24%.
Wow, the decisions are... People are getting pretty decisive on the movies region.
They are. And then the final matchup in the movie region,
A Tale of Two Peters.
This was the Tale of the Peters. Currently, Peter Cetera with The Glory of Love is leading Peter Gabriel's In Your Eyes 56% to 44%.
Okay, a much closer one that can still be swayed, I'm sure. Yeah,
little. I mean, it's a little closer.
Oh, that's a lot closer than the other ones. Yeah,
that's true.
That's probably only half dozen votes away from being moved. The needle there, I don't know. We'll see.
It could happen.
It could still happen for Gabriel. Yeah. Man, that we might have underestimated the staggering drawing power of Pet Cetera there. With, those Chicago hits kind of resonating with people as very 80s, I think.
Hey, I think light rock, I think 80s.
Yeah, well, with good reason.
All the light hits.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun little extended intro to the show there. Nice live looking. Thanks for that, Joe. And we're 10 minutes in as I finally say, or 9 minutes in or so, when I finally say, welcome back to the 80s-ist, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yep. Today's our 12th show of Side B. And in it, we're going to discuss our very first matchup in the bands region that we just previewed a couple days ago.
This is exciting.
Generally positive feedback on the selections. There's obviously people would choose a couple different things here and there, but no one said you guys are fucking morons or anything like that.
No. Maybe not fucking morons, but just,
normal morons. Celibate morons. Yeah, celibate.
That's right.
Tonight we're talking about 1 seed, Walk Like an Egyptian, against the 16 seed, Everybody Have Fun Tonight. And this was obviously alluded to during this unscripted beginning.
Again, unscripted.
And some of the facts you're about to hear, I kind of gave away already in the unscripted beginning, but let's hit the tail of the tape. Fight!
2 songs enter, 1 song leaves.
It's the tail of the tape. He's out! All right, Joe.
All right.
Still giggling at
our
that
number
one.
one seed, Walk Like an Egyptian, is from the album Different Light by the Bangles. It was released as a single on September 1st, 1986, and it reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for a month. The song also hit number one in 7, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other countries. It was the number one Billboard Hot 100 song of the year, and the all-time Billboard 500 songs, Walk Like an Egyptian ranked number 165.
Wow, that was a survey of like 70 plus years of Billboard. Wow. And it was the 165th song, so pretty decent pedigree for Walk Like an Egyptian.
Good job, Billboard.
But allow me to counter by saying in this corner, we have 16 seed, Everybody Have Fun Tonight. And it's from the album Mosaic, which I did not have, but Steve Bevilacqua did.
Okay.
So I got to hear the entire album a few times by Wang Chung. And it was also very much like Walk Like an Egyptian, released as a single in September of 1986. The exact date unavailable for some reason.
Shrouded in mystery.
It's shrouded in mystery.
We may never know.
It was, it reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, held down by the very song that it is taking on today, and that is completely coincidental. We did not know that going in. We didn't do a cutesy September 86 matchup.
Although, I thought about it.
Did you?
I did not. No, I have no idea when he's released. Right. No idea.
So those are the 2 songs. It was, it peaked out at number 2 on the Hot 100. And so that's all we have on that one. No other great accolades for that one. But it did stick around.
But it was on Cheers.
Yeah.
It's mentioned on Cheers.
It hung around, though. It stayed in the charts until early 1987. So it was It was around. It was popular.
It had some legs.
Yeah, sometimes those one-hit wonders would shoot up and disappear in a month. This one kind of stuck around for 5 months.
Hard.
Yeah. So this one stuck around for the better part of half a year. Enough to be well enough known to be mentioned in Cheers, I guess. So
by Frasier, nonetheless.
I know.
The Frasier.
So let's listen to a little bit of these songs. And to be honest, Walk Like an Egyptian is a strangely constructed song, which we'll talk. It's not strange. It's just not the usual kind of song construction. So it's going to be a shorter piece.
Okay.
But here it is. So this is the weird part. I'm going to pause it right there. The next thing you hear is the second verse starting already. So it's
it's the world's shortest chorus.
I have a note about that later. But so we'll play a little more of it later. But that's first verse and chorus, which is kind of our formula here. Right. And here is that same treatment for Everybody Have Fun Tonight. Some songs, it's 3 minutes we got to listen to get first verse and chorus.
That's true.
Tonight's are 48 seconds and 1:30. So
yeah, they're not bearing the lead.
That's right. They get right into it. Here's Everybody Have Fun Tonight.
Drive 1,000,000 miles to be with you tonight. So if you're feeling love, turn up your radio.
All right, and then the
Yeah.
second verse starts. So, everybody have fun tonight. Now, let's find out who brought these songs to our door. Joe, did you think the assignment was 1880s?
It's too blind.
Keith, I have to seriously question your level of taste here.
Oh, man. All right.
That bumper really makes it sound like we're super contentious all the time. Like we're Siskel and fucking Ebert here.
Maybe
But,
we need to be you. I know you're not probably a ton into watching sports talk shows on television, but there's like this whole genre of shows.
No, I'm familiar.
Of guys that just yell at each other. Like
Yeah. In my parents' house, sports television is on 24/7.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, I know
And
you're
I
into
have-
sports. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't picture you as a guy that sits around and watch like Shannon Sharp yelling at,
No.
No.
I
Skip Bayless.
listened to the Cleveland Baseball Talk podcast with Paul Hoynes and Joe Noga.
And they're
they get
probably
along
good friends.
swimmingly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if we wanted to up our ratings, I could be like, dude, what are you doing? I could just start yelling and you could yell back.
Yeah.
But anyway, who is responsible for these songs?
Here's who's responsible. Walk Like an Egyptian came in here with 19 points because I had it rated number 5. You had it rated number 14. So we are pretty much jointly responsible for that one.
Yeah, but this isn't your top 5, so I'll give you just a touch more responsibility for it.
All right.
Not bad. Well, everybody have fun tonight. It's got 52 points, which is, again, not terrible. But you rated it 37th. Mm-hmm. I rated it 15th. So and this again, completely unplanned, rated it just one after Walk Like an Egyptian. So in my eyes, they're very much similar amount of 80s-ness, which is why I'm going to have a tough time deciding probably.
Okay.
But there's kind of a very large gulf between you and, the two songs for you. But this is more my responsibility, but you put it in your top 40. So
Yeah.
so you don't completely disagree with the idea of this.
Not
song,
at
at least.
all. Not at all.
And I also assume you're very familiar with it. So
I am,
yeah.
indeed.
But do you like the songs, and do I like them? Let's find out. Walk Like an Egyptian. Joe, it was in your top 5.
I love this song. I love it, love it, love it. I was a huge fan of it at the time, and I still find it just delightful. How about you?
I like it, for sure. Hoffs, I'll admit, I don't like to objectify women or anything like that, but I had a crush on Hoffs at the time. Susanna-Hoffs, right?
Dude, we all did. We all did.
But I also think they're talented musicians. The Bangles, I like a lot of their songs, as we'll get to in just a few seconds here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
What about Everybody Have Fun Tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably kind of a dumb song, but it's stuck in my head. Like, I like it. So be it. If it's dumb, it's dumb. But it's an 80s jam that I will always sing along to, I guess. And what about you, though?
Yes, I like this song. I like this song a lot.
Yeah, so I don't put Everybody Have Fun Tonight in my upper echelon of 80s songs or anything like that.
No.
But I ranked it really high because I feel it's very 80s
Okay.
in quality. And we'll get to why we think these things.
All right.
And so, we kind of alluded to this. And the Bangles, not a one-hit wonder, far from it.
Absolutely not.
And so let's rifle through a couple of these songs of theirs. The first one that they're very well known for is a song that Prince wrote for them.
He did.
Right? And we know Manic Monday. And so here's the
Days when you wish your bed was already made.
here's the chorus of that guy.
It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday. 'Cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday.
So that's a very popular song from back in the 80s, especially on the radio show station that we had to listen to on the bus,
Yeah.
Hot FM 101. every Monday morning, AC in the morning would play Manic Monday to the point where I got tired of it.
He did not have a lot of imagination, did AC?
No, not really. No. So that was written by Prince. Then Hazy Shade of Winter was a big hit for them, but also not a song that they really wrote.
No, it was a cover of a Simon and Garfunkel song.
Yeah, so here,
But
you
man,
remember that.
they did a great job.
They really rocked it out. They made it a different song. So, there's that song that they had, which I liked it as a remake.
Oh, yeah.
They had a big hit with If She Knew What She Wants. Remember that one?
I don't remember that one as clearly as all the other ones, but
Yeah.
I do recognize it.
And then one of their most memorable songs didn't sound anything like any of their other songs, and that was Eternal Flame. And it's finally one that Susanna-Hoffs had a part in writing. A lot of these other songs were kind of given to them to sing and play. And you remember this one? Is this
Oh, yeah, very much. Yeah, and this was a pretty big hit.
So yeah, that was a big one. It didn't have the same sound as any of their other stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so lots of big hits for the Bangles.
They were prolific.
The thing about them that makes them an really 80s band for me is that they only existed within the 80s. They formed really early in the 80s, between 80 and 81. They became a band, and they were broken up by the end of 89. So no arguments about them. And they've come back together for reunions and touring.
Right, but they didn't like reform and then put out a ton more albums.
That's right, yeah. So they kind of were restricted to this decade just by chance and fate. But yeah, what do you have to tell me about this? Was a top 5 song for you? Do you have anything to say about the Bangles or the song that you wanted to get out before I steal it from you? Because we don't research together.
No. We have separate notes, and my notes are on a different page. So sometimes we might be mining the same Wikipedia page,
right, or whatever
for
fan
information.
page that we read.
Yeah. So I will start by saying, echoing you and saying, my crush on Susanna-Hoffs was major and continues to this day. If Susanna-Hoffs called me up, I would have to seriously examine some principles and
major life choices.
That's it. Yeah.
Is this similar to the George Costanza and Marissa Tomei thing in Seinfeld? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about there. No.
I do not have a recollection of that particular episode.
That's okay. Yeah. He was engaged, and but then she expressed some interest, and so he was going to throw away everything to go out with Marissa Tomei. So anyway, sorry if I spoiled Seinfeld for anyone who hasn't seen it yet.
Man, you're going to have some pissed off people here. So I was super into Susanna-Hoffs, and that kind of helped me with my enjoyment of the Bangles. Let's talk a little bit about this song. This song, I don't remember the name of the guy that wrote this song, but the Bangles were not the first choice for this song. There's a little factoid.
Oh, well, I should probably think of a way to set that off. Oh, there it is. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
There it is. This song was, in fact, offered to one Tony Basil.
Wow. Hey, Mickey.
That's right. I mean, can you imagine what she would have done to this song?
I ruined it? Not
Possibly.
made it a hit?
I do not have the disdain for Tony Basil that a lot of people seem to.
There you go. Just dropping this in for you. I have that ability. Egyptian. Yeah. Anyway.
So it could have been a very different song. Could have been like if Eric Stoltz was still the lead in Back to the Future.
Oof. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a like a reality I want to live in.
No.
Or maybe it would have turned us around and we would be talking about how great Tony Basil's career was. But like, what did she
maybe
have?
Trump wouldn't have been president if Eric Stoltz
What did
had
Tony Basil have going on where she could turn down songs being offered to her, by the way?
or maybe her car was getting towed.
I don't know.
She had to go deal with that.
Oh, man. So, fun little fact here that I don't know if it's a toy, but the Bangles started life as the Bangs. And they were
Okay.
kind of trying to ride the double entendre of sexual intercourse and like the hair that hangs on your forehead, if you're...
Yes.
Yeah, so, because they had bangs, but
Right.
they kind of liked to toy with that. But then it turned out there had been another musical act with that name, and they had to cease and desist using it, and became the Bangles.
Wow. And they never looked back.
Right, and I think most people know this, but this is an all-woman band. Like,
Right.
It's 4 women playing their own instruments, and they all took turns singing. Like in this song,
Yeah.
it's 3 verses, 3 different women singing them.
That's right. And it could have been 4, except the producer did not like drummer Debbie Peterson's vocals.
Hated
so she
them.
did not get a verse of her own. And then, to pour salt on the wound, they replaced her drum tracks
So
with a
great.
drum machine.
Oh my God, it pissed her off so bad. So
Wow.
Then,
And yeah.
in the video,
Hence the eventual breakup.
in the video, they relegate her to tambourine.
Oh.
So she's standing there tambourining, doesn't sing, and then later there's like the whistling solo, which
Yeah.
I can drop right now, I guess. It's at around 1:55 for those of you following along at home. I'll give it a little lead up here. So she, in the video, pretends to whistle this, and in the recording, she whistles it. But then the producer replaced it with a whistling machine.
Wow.
So this producer really had it out for Debbie Peterson,
Did not like Deb.
who, I don't see anything wrong with her drumming or hear anything wrong in any of the other songs. Like,
No, not a thing.
was this too complicated for her or something? I don't know what this guy really had it out for her, but yeah.
I mean, she pissed him off somehow that day.
And then there was this alienation,
Yeah.
and people think like Susanna-Hoffs is the lead singer. Well, she doesn't sing till the 3rd verse of Walk Like an Egyptian, the last
Right.
one.
Yeah.
She makes the most of it,
No. I mean, she's the most memorable.
and everyone, the other 2 ladies have great voices. They sound
Yeah.
great.
Agreed.
There's just something I've always kind of thought the first 2 women, their voices kind of give me like a 1960s vibe, like a
see
mamas
that.
and papas kind of tone to them, or something. Whereas Susanna-Hoffs had more of her voice had like a slight different texture to it, like Stevie Nicks kind of texture,
Like
to
hotter. It was hotter.
Yeah.
Again, apologies. We typically don't
We don't
know,
comment on this kind of thing.
engage
usually.
in the attractiveness of.
But I also don't want to revise history. Like I did have a crush on Susanna.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, same.
for
dude,
better
same.
or worse. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the video.
Oh shit. Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so and then I'm sure you remember this from back in the day, right?
I've watched it recently as well.
Okay, all right. So first off, the hair.
Yeah.
Wow,
glorious.
they all had real like aquanetted up.
Oh,
to
the
the nth
biggest
degree.
the biggest 80s hair. Like,
Yeah,
because now
yeah.
we're deep into the 80s at this point. By 86, like that full giant hair for the ladies.
Yep.
Like we've left the 70s kind of puffy, fluffy feathering, and
And it's just construction up there.
yeah, it's just
Feat of engineering.
yeah, it's incredible, and they've all got this great giant hair. It's beautiful.
They do.
Yeah.
Then like the big thing, there's some performance in this video. The big thing that you see repeatedly is just shots of people on the street who they get to do these the Egyptian dancing,
Right, like the folding of the wrist, the 90-degree angle with the wrist and elbow,
and then jutting the forearm and hand out
like a cobra striking.
That's it. That's
And-
it.
but then
and
doing
the cobra,
it
the other arm is doing a
backwards.
cobra the other way,
behind
only
you.
on the
Yeah.
inverted cobra the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the people, some of them just look really embarrassed to be doing it. Some of them
do it
are feeling
very
pretty cool.
poorly. Some of them are construction worker guys look pretty
Yeah.
cool doing it. Like
They all to a person they all look really awkward doing it. And for me, watching the video again today, which I hadn't seen in a long time, it's really endearing. I found it really charming. These people just kind of having fun with the song and just doing their Egyptian,
yeah,
quote unquote.
It has shades of the parade scene in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Thank you.
It has
Yes,
that
that's
kind of
exactly
shades
what
where the crowd is just,
Yeah.
they flash to construction workers, they flash to street dancers, they flash to just regular people
Right.
enjoying, twist and shout, right?
Right.
So it kind of reminded me of that. It's even though it's a completely different song, it's kind of that same feeling, which is a good feeling because I have positive feelings about that film as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the thing you and I probably loved the most about this video, which
Yeah.
I've actually created a verb out of it. Like if my wife does it or a friend looks without moving their head, like if they move their eyes left,
Eyes from
blink,
side to
and
side.
then close and then open them on the other side. I call that Hoffs-ing. That is a verb.
Nice.
And it happens at the 2:35 mark when Hoffs is singing her verse and she gets to her quote unquote chorus, which hers gets to be 2 lines, and in between the two, look right, look left, look right, walk like an Egyptian, and it became this iconic moment, like this
Yeah.
eye thing that she does, Hoffs-ing.
Yeah.
And she didn't. Now she claims she didn't do it on purpose. She claims stage fright and like trying to look back and forth at the people in the crowd, something of
Yeah.
this nature.
Just a way for her to stay centered and not like get in her own head.
And not just like look blankly like a zombie straight out at the crowd. Ended up being like this iconic moment of extreme hotness.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
And maybe one of the things, because I mean, she's singing third. How
Yeah.
often does the third person singing get thought of as like the leader of the band?
But
I
you know,
don't know.
maybe she it's like she's on a relay team and she's the anchor.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah,
She got to bring it home.
because wow, what a great analogy. Yeah,
Thank you. I watched the Olympics this summer quite a bit.
as a track guy who, look, I was frequently the anchor guy on our relays for a
But
reason.
of course.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, I was thinking her as kind of being relegated to the end, but no, she's like the cleanup.
Saved the
she's
best
the
for last,
cleanup
man.
hitter. She's the
Yeah. So my last note
Yeah.
on the video is just Susanna-Hoffs, good lord. That's my last.
that's an actual.
Yeah. That's my last thing I wrote because probably at that 2:35 mark.
Yeah, that has to have been when she's Hoffs-ing.
Yep.
Now, let me just talk about the song structure. We alluded to it. It's got 3 verses, an interlude, But yeah, if you look up the lyrics, because I was like, what is the chorus? And on 3 different lyrics sites, it says chorus, walk like an Egyptian. 1 line. 4 words, right?
It's so bold, they didn't need any more.
And you've heard me rail against and do the numbers on songs like Somebody's Watching Me,
Yeah.
like whatever it was, 27 times that got thrown out there.
Yeah.
They say the title a grand total of 4 times.
Yeah.
Once for each of and then you heard Hoffs says it twice so
Right.
she can do her sexy little eye thing in between
Yeah.
the two. And that's it. The word Egyptian appears a couple of times at the end of each verse, but the actual chorus, Walk Like an Egyptian, there are 3 choruses, and each one is 1 line, and 2 lines. Just a very strange, and to have 3 different people singing each verse.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of songs built like that, I guess.
No, it stands out.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of needle dropping or anything you want me to listen to?
No, I just want to let's just one last time stop and think about Susanna-Hoffs.
All right.
Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian.
And it does have this full breakdown toward the end right here. Might as well give it a few more seconds to play since it got shortchanged earlier. It's like a good...
The Bangles, they're no Bananarama.
No, they aren't. And as
They
far as
are-
I know, no cocaine was used in the making of this video.
No,
Which I
no, but
cannot say about the Bananarama.
think about side A, and you had the all female bands, Bananarama and the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
The Bangles are much more of the Go-Go's level of talent.
Much, much, much more like that. And, I wish I knew all of the band members' names. I know there's Debbie Peterson, who's the drummer, and she has a sister who's in the
Something
band.
Peterson, yeah.
Something. Anyway, I know this fact is one of these members, who is not Susanna-Hoffs, was in the Runaways before joining the Bangles. And one of the members, a different one, would go on to join the Go-Go's to fill in for a member who was on maternity leave. So,
Wow.
they were kind of on par with not at, I don't think they're a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame act like the Go-Go's, but I don't think they were far inferior to the Go-Go's. So, I kind of put them in the same kind of bucket. And they're much better than a lot of all-guy bands that we've had on this countdown. So,
Oh, dear God, yeah.
but I mean, the Debbie Peterson diss is just so harsh, man.
So just I had a moment to look this up. Vicky Peterson, Debbie's
Vicky.
sister, is the one that joined as a fill-in on the Go-Go's.
Okay, so there you go.
There you have it.
And that would leave the other one is a woman
Annette
named
Zelinskas?
Michael. There's a woman named
Michael Steele. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Michael Steele was one of the founding members and then left for a time.
Yeah,
Was replaced by Annette Zelinskas.
there you go.
There you go.
So we should probably know
Or
more
vice
about
versa.
this, but to be honest, Casey Kasem and everyone else gave all the attention to Susanna-Hoffs,
That's true.
which is what led to the breakup of the band.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, now, do you have anything experience? I mean, the sound of the thing kind of speaks for itself in terms of why it's 80s. Do you have anything
Yeah.
experiential that kind of is it just that it was around at a certain time that makes it
I have
80s
a
for you?
very, very clear memory of traditionally my New Year's Eves were very lame. I think up through always. But in high school,
yeah.
early high school, I would go to just family. I would go to my family's, like my grandma and grandpa's.
That
for
makes
New Year's
sense.
Eve.
Yeah, that's pretty standard
And
for a kid.
I have a very clear memory of not enjoying myself, but laying down in front of the TV while Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve came on, and I remember the Bangles performing. I want to say
This
it was Walk
song?
Like an Egyptian on New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Nothing experiential except for the experience of I don't think I had I didn't care. I wasn't in love with Madonna. You know, I wasn't in love with. I might have been a little bit Belinda Carlisle guy, but you know, I didn't have like a ton of. I listened to plenty of music.
Yeah.
Didn't have a ton of female artists that I was like, oh, but you know, so there's an experiential thing to thinking that Hoffs' voice was super unique to me, and then also thinking that there was just something awesome about her in addition to her musical abilities. So I guess this is kind of like the same as that whole Rick Springfield thing for the ladies. We're like, you know, yeah, he's a good, talented musician. Maybe he has a little bit of a creepy song here. But he's also like a hot dude. So, you know, there's something to that.
That's true. That's true. I mean, this may be the first artist on either side A or side B that you and I had that kind of crush on.
Yeah. It's minorly embarrassing, but I mean, hey, I was like a 16-year-old kid. What are you gonna do?
Sorry, no, there's nothing embarrassing about thinking Susanna-Hoffs was incredibly cute.
Absolutely.
No. Is incredibly cute.
Yeah, you know, I think she's aged very well. For I believe she's in her late 60s at this point, but
something like that.
You know. Anyway, so there you go. That's a little discussion about the Bangles and Walk Like an Egyptian.
All right.
Huge song at the time, as we've already kind of covered, but a song that was also pretty big in that same year.
Yeah.
Is Everybody Have Fun Tonight by Wang Chung. And if we went through, they are also, you know what? I have a toid about the Bangles. I forgot all about it. Susanna-Hoffs, I don't think I even wrote this down, but she sang backup in a song that I love by the Talking Heads. Do you know Wild Wild Life?
I do know it.
She sings in that chorus.
Yeah.
When you hear the Wild Wild Life, you go right to it. So one of those voices is her doing a Anyway.
That's awesome.
If you listen in headphones, you can convince yourself that you can hear it. All right, so there's a little toy for you.
All right.
All right, now
Wang Chung.
They had a bunch of songs. They weren't a one-hit wonder. You might remember from the movie The Breakfast Club. This could have been in a movie's bracket. Fire in the Twilight. It's the song that's going on while they're running around the hallways.
Right, and they're just getting to a stop.
Fire in the twilight, he's turning to lead us.
So that's a Wang Chung song, you know?
All right.
Which I like that one personally.
I like it. They have another song that I'm guessing is the next one you're going to play.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which I liked a lot, and that is Dance Hall Days.
Yeah, this is a great tune.
It really is.
And here we go. I'll pull this in.
We were so in phase in a dance all days.
And
We were cool
this, I used to think this said we were cool on Christ. But he said we're cool on craze.
On craze.
Craze.
When
It makes sense. It rhymes with days. I was like, why are they so cool with Christ?
No, I heard the same thing.
Oh, you did?
As a youth, yeah. I totally sounded like they were cool on Christ. I'm like, all right,
Dance all days long.
you, I guess.
So Dance Hall Days, great 80s tune. It was on my list along with this, but
yeah,
I guess I did not have it as high because, you know, it's not here. But
I think I had to pick one Wang Chung song.
Yeah.
And I think I went with this one, Everybody Have Fun Tonight, instead.
And Yeah, and I went crazy and listed 100 songs, so there were like, 36 other songs that we'll never even hear my ranking on. This was one of them.
Okay.
And then one that didn't make my list, but just to kind of be completionist, also from Mosaic, a more minor hit, but a hit, Let's Go. And let's see if you remember this. This one sound familiar to you?
Yeah, it does. This is not one that stuck around in my head, but yeah, I know.
Yeah, this one didn't have like the staying power of Dance Hall
No.
Days or any of the other three that I just played. But
Right.
they had a couple others that hit the top 40, but I don't think a lot of people remember those. Maybe Denny would probably.
Would be.
All right, so that's who they are and were. Those songs, and everybody have fun tonight. But did you know? And this is weird as hell, dude.
Yeah. I think I know what you're gonna say. But go ahead.
They released a version of this in 2020 during the pandemic.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
So this is Everybody Stay Safe Tonight. They left all the other words the same. I guess we'll wait for the chorus on this one. But you can hear it's not the same recording. These are different.
Oh, yeah. Wang Chung rhymes even less with stay safe than have fun.
So there's a girl singing, a woman singing at the very end of that. If you listen. Yeah, right there. That is Valerie Day of a band that we just might hear later in the countdown, New Shoes.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody stay safe tonight. Anyway, it was an interesting choice of a way to get people to wear masks and social distance, is to like change the verb Wang Chung from meaning have fun to meaning stay safe. What could be more middle-aged than changing your message from having fun to staying safe? Anyway, I just thought I'd pop that one on you. That weird.
You know what? I love that. God bless you, Wang Chung.
I believe in masking and social distancing and vaccines for keeping us all alive. So I'm not going to hate on the everybody stay safe tonight. It just seems like a really weird.
No, it's goofy as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah. So there you go. Everybody stay safe tonight. And that goes for you listeners who are out there. Whatever you're doing, stay safe tonight.
That's it.
All right, Joe, what do you got to say about everybody have fun tonight?
Well, what I thought you were going to say is you're throwing out this factoid.
Oh, let me give you a little.
Thank you. And that is that this song was written in part by our old nemesis, Peter Wolf.
That's right. It is
the non-Jay Giles Peter Wolf.
It is time to make a formal retraction going back to the Who's Johnny episode when I read some bad information that stated Peter Wolf of Jay Giles' band actually wrote and composed Who's Johnny by Elda Barge. No, in fact, there are two Peters Wolf, or would you say Peter Wolves?
Peter Wolves. Yeah.
Peter's Wolf, or anyway, there are two of them, and the guy who wrote that is an Austrian dude.
Okay. Are they clones?
They have nothing to do with one another, don't look alike or anything.
Not clones.
And the Austrian Peter Wolf is involved in making terrible songs, like, for instance,
For
We
instance.
Built This City on Rock and Roll by Starship,
Wow.
which is voted one of the most annoying songs in the history of music, along with usually ranked just behind The Lady in Red on those
Got it.
lists. Anyway, Peter Wolf did help create this song with Wang Chung. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that gives you... And I don't think this song sucks, by the way, at all.
No,
like
no,
the song.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I would say this is not my favorite Wang Chung song, but I mean, it is their biggest hit, and I see why.
It's a fun... It's in the title. It's a fun song, right? It's kind of this fun, danceable, like, screwing around type song, right?
They were the Chumbawamba of their day.
Chungba Wungba.
That's it.
Now, this band started off named Wang Chung, Huang. When they started, interestingly, their timeline almost exactly mirrors the timeline of the Bangles. Another thing they have in common, they formed in late 1980, and they released their final album in 89, and by the end of 89... Done.
They were
Dunsville.
no more.
They were no more. Formally disbanded in 1990, but everything I read said, like, after that album was done, they stopped talking to each other. So, so very weird, the few things that these songs have in common, I guess. But
yeah.
Wang Chung means yellow bell in Mandarin. Now,
Okay.
guy saw it in a book and he was like, let's just use that. And by 1983, they were like, we need something English speakers can read and pronounce better than Wang Chung, I guess. And they went Wang Chung. And I still, one of the more interesting band names out there, right? Like,
Absolutely.
and just in case you were going to forget who sang the song, what did they do, right?
They put themselves in the song. That wasn't that common in the 80s, right?
No, the place where this is more common is in hip hop and rap, where
Yes, of course.
a lot of artists will tag it, hey, so-and-so, not 2001. They'll say that their
I'm
name,
Eazy-E, and I'm here to say...
or they might, you're right, during an
That was my Eazy-E impression.
That was really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Rest in peace, Easy. Anyway, yeah. If you weren't, like, in the early days of rap, people might actually come on and say, like, in the verse, what their name was. You're right.
Right, like this. Like, hi, folks, it's me, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's
That was my
exactly
Snoop
what he
Dogg
sounded
impression.
like. But as it got, as they became cooler, they would just say, so-and-so, 2008. They just kind of say it in the interlude before the song kind of begins.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wang Chung was pioneering this thing by being like, not only throwing their name in there, but making their name a verb that apparently means to have fun.
Huh.
Right? Everybody have fun tonight.
Everybody
Here's what we
Wang
mean.
Chung.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video for this one?
Okay, I did, and holy shit, I actually really love that video.
Dude, for those who have not seen it, I can link to it. It's incredibly cool. And from a videographer's standpoint, very difficult to make when you're dealing with videotape and film.
It looked to me, it was kind of like Peter Gabriel-esque. It had that same genre of experimental kind of video. I don't remember this at all from the 80s. Because neither one of the singers stood there and moved their eyes side to side, so it wasn't memorable.
So you didn't remember it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's all jump cuts and like basically they may have filmed like 3 or 4 takes of people exploring this one room.
Yeah.
The band. Sometimes they're performing, sometimes they're just eating or talking to each other.
Camera stays in one spot, and we are just getting this one angle on this room, and it's like really short jump cuts They are in front of the camera. They are in the background. There's a whole band. There's just the singer.
Right.
It's
you might have
really interesting.
If you and I were standing there playing guitar and bass and singing, and they filmed that 4 times,
Yeah.
they might chop between all 4 of those takes in a second.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And doing that back in those days, you had to either physically cut film with a razor blade and tape it together with this blue cellophane tape, or you had to dub with 2 VHS decks.
Right.
And doing this that many thousands of times, incredibly time consuming and difficult to come up with this video, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And it also, they issued epilepsy warnings before the airing of this video. Because
I can see why.
So
I personally, my question when I watched this was, is this where Robert Zemeckis got the idea for his new movie Here with Tom Hanks and Robin Wright?
Oh, wow.
Which is a
Cutting
whole,
back and
whole
forth.
movie shot from one space, like one angle, and the camera never moves, and it's just meant to be
Oh, I was unaware of that. I knew
the whole life of these people in this house from this one
from one
angle.
spot. I didn't realize
which
it was
is like this video.
I didn't realize that was the hook. I knew it was traveling around their lives.
Yeah,
Didn't realize that was a unidirectional kind of.
yeah. I mean, it looks really bad.
It might be.
No, I mean it's a whole bunch of de-aging, computerization kind of stuff, which I don't
And probably
care for.
Future and probably also making them older. Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, I have a couple of needle drops here.
Okay.
At 3 minutes, I've got something that is, I just have I like this upbeat bit right here. This part. Having fun. I should isolate that for our Hall of Fame sound. Tell me what a Wang Chung is, that guy yells in the middle of it. And then you get this. This is my second needle drop, which is this hectic synth breakdown with the 80s guitar to punctuate it. So I really like that part of the song right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't have a needle drop. I don't have a time stamp for this, but the part that I will always love is the one bass they have singing there, who goes down repeatedly. Which
Oh yeah. I think I'm
you can hear him there, but there's a couple parts where he goes
It's before.
down.
Here it is.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is. Anyway, really upbeat, fun, kind of joyous song, completely, just lighthearted, I think, is one of the things I like about it. So, got synth, got 80s guitar, got all that crazy, using their own name as a verb that they've made up. Anyway, I think that's all I had to say about Wang Chung and everybody have fun tonight. Do you have anything you want to say?
We have covered everything that I have, except that the fashion in the video, very 86. So you have the link to the video on our Substack, so people watch the video.
I'll probably link both videos since we've talked up that Hoffs moment so hard, and their hair and all of that, and the weird cutting to the public. So yeah, I'll link both videos. Might as well.
Awesome.
Wow, Joe. So we ready to go to the verdicts?
Oh man! All right, who's first on this one?
Yeah. Well, the favorite is an odd seed with a 1 seed, so it's gonna be me going first.
Okay.
And as I begin this sentence, I don't know who I'm voting for. This was
All right.
This is
Work it
razor
through.
thin for me.
Millionaire style. Go.
Yes. I'm trying not to let my attraction to Susanna-Hoffs influence me. And if I remove her cuteness from the equation and just look and listen to the songs, I'm going with Wang Chung. Everybody have fun tonight. By a hair. By just, If I did it tomorrow, I might vote differently. But right at this moment, I'm going Wang Chung. How about you, buddy?
All right, so to me, these songs both sound super 80s.
Yeah, I feel you.
And and it's this the 16 seed for Everybody Have Fun Tonight is just.
It's just
I don't know how we got there, but I mean, because that's just kind of how it mathed out.
Yep.
But I mean, these are two songs that I think are really neck and neck in terms of 80s-ness. I think for me, probably my experiential relationship with Walk Like an Egyptian, the fact that I love this song so much, and I remember that Dick Clark's Rock Music appearance. Right. I'm going with Walk Like an Egyptian, but like with you, it's neck and neck. It's just by
tight.
a hair.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the tightest 116 we've had.
Yeah,
probably in terms of voting. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. How will we find out?
We will find out because people will go and vote. They will go to our Substack, which is the80sist.substack.com, where you can vote and you can do your own millionaire explanation of your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a safe space for everyone's opinion.
Well, I mean, it's not. Because we do have, people will snap back at you, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just Denny. It's okay.
It's pretty safe.
You can also find us on Facebook at the 80sist Podcast. If you search for 80sist Podcast on Facebook, we're there too.
Oh yeah, we are. You can find us where all great podcasts are: Apple, Google, and of course Spotify. Now, a listener recently asked me, like, you really push Spotify. Are you guys getting ad money or something? We are not. They're getting paid for any of this. We're just doing it because it's fun, and we all have this thing in common. So I mentioned Spotify simply because that's the place that I create the playlists that are easy to follow, and our regions. But
I mean, if you prefer, listener, you can go on your own music app and create your own playlist. And that's fine.
You got Apple Music, you got Tidal, you got Amazon. Go ahead.
That's where I make my list, but I don't publish them.
Yeah.
Keith puts the time to publish these so that you have it at your fingertips.
At your fingertips. And now this season, improving it, embedding the playlist in the post might help.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. We'd love a like and subscribe. We've said that a bunch of times. So
much.
Yeah, we would love that. And we appreciate those of you who have done it. Sorry that we keep reminding you to do something that you've already done. So anyway,
90% of the people hearing this is like, I subscribe. What more do you want from me?
Please stop. Twice? Please stop talking about it. Yeah. Well,
unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
We went a little long on this one, but I guess that's because we're only doing this one show here this week. So at least you got more to listen to. So you're welcome.
Silver lining.
That's all for today's show, though. Join us next time on The 80sist when we will explore the next matchup in our band's region. And Joe, it's gonna be a big one. It's number 8, Oh Sheila, versus number 9, and I gotta come in close for this one. Don't disturb this groove. Yeah. I'm telling you, that song is fucking awesome, man. You just wait. All right. Just believe me, folks. Give it a chance. Until then,
suspend your revulsion.
That's right. Listen, you can vote for the Prince ripoff. That's fine. I like that song too. Well, we'll get there next show. All right. Until that show, on behalf of Joe Wack, this has been Keith Marsteller saying, hey, Joe, so, around maybe 13 or 14, the girls I used to hate, I wanted to date.
Huh. Well, I think it would have been best if you investigated the facts of life, Keith.
Well, my dad did try to give me the talk at age 10, but it was really awkward, and it was probably a little too soon. You know what I mean?
Well, in his defense, it takes a lot to get him right.
To get what?
When you're learning the facts of life, I mean.
Learning the facts of life?
Learning the facts of life.
Oh, great. All right. Now
Reading as it's written, man. I wasn't going to sing that.
All right.
Come on.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, and suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. It takes a lot to get 'em right when you're learning the facts of life. Learning the facts of life. Learning the facts of life.
I see you went with the season 1 theme song, Keith.
First one I came across.
I see. Well, at some point, we'll have to play the more rocking latter seasons version.
Okay, we'll do that soon. Eastland Academy forever.